Hey guys, welcome back to Mom Can Have Another Dollar. Today we're playing.
No, Kyle, we're talking about something a little more important here.
What are we talking about?
You lived in Texas. You gotta. Hey, speaking of Texas, this game looks like a
yeah,
like the state game of Texas.
Speaking of Texas, it looks like we're playing Jailbreak because Texas is a fucking prison larger than most states in the.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
So,
I just thought because it's like a fantasy about murdering inmates.
Lady?
Yeah, I think that was a lady with a baby. Oh
It's
man.
a game about
God.
an unrestrained death penalty that you can implement at any time for any reason.
I like
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like Hank Williams Jr. used to sing about, or whatever. You know, edit that out, Kyle.
kinda
Do
looks
some
like
research. Get
RoboCop.
get
Where
an
you just-
applicable country music reference and splice that in, so I sound like I'm on a call. You know what I mean?
Isn't
You're
there
just
like a
machine
You know what I
gunning
mean?
everything.
Jelly bean.
so there's a guy who was telling me like he's like really into
You're the boss. Applesauce.
so like
Oh
there's
yeah,
Hank.
that is a lady with a baby.
Yeah, she was just walking around next to a casino US with the prison people running around.
Casino Us One.
Yep. Oh fuck. How do I switch my weapon? Ready.
You were just about to tell a story, Kyle, and you just cut yourself off. I hate you.
That's a
You
child.
ruined the
Don't
show.
shoot it.
It was Macaulay
what are you
Culkin from
saying?
Home Alone.
Ah!
Oh god. Oh god. How do I get away from these things? Oh
Fuck
Jesus.
a Rooney Dooney.
These controls are not very good.
Well, yeah, this
oh,
looks like
shit,
a,
I shot the kid.
And there you go. You machine gunned a child. You went back in time
Oh,
to
no.
ruin and snuff out a young life.
Nick, I
Way
want
to
you
go,
to know
Kyle.
that wasn't machine gun. That was all completely like individual bullet presses. So
They were willing.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a wild stab in the dark, like you're taking wild shots in the broad daylight, and say that maybe the
Oh,
the
shit.
baby-toting woman is an obstacle that you're not supposed to shoot, like
Right.
one of those training courses.
Well,
God
you
damn
distracted
these-
him just long enough that he did it fucking twice.
well, I mean, like, why is this lady running around with a baby? I mean,
Okay,
You fucked
splice
up
in
his
a- it has
RoboCop
been
programming.
This is like that Penny Arcade gag back when they were funny, when it was like, it has been 1 day since we have killed a baby.
oh no.
I kind of think of it as like the living equivalent of like, you know, RoboCop crossed with that article where an AI said that when it like had control over the Earth, that it
Shit.
would put its interviewer into its people zoo and fondly regard it.
Is that thing that Microsoft tried to release on Twitter to do its PR shit,
Oh,
and then like
the thi-
4chan got to it immediately,
was-
or whatever the fuck?
That was different, but equally hilarious.
yeah.
That'll teach
right.
them.
Because it just started spitting nonstop that Hitler did nothing wrong.
Right, like
Shit.
within an hour of going live. Yeah, it was like a heuristic learner.
Yeah, they were like,
You'd
yeah,
think they'd have-
let's set this one loose on the people.
You'd think they'd have learned that lesson, but company after
damn.
company tries to trust shit to AI, and they should just know
Yeah, like-
that if you can
should
make
be-
it working, even if it works, it's a bad idea.
That should be
'cause-
one of the early lessons in like any sort of school that's teaching people to work with AI is like take a look at Cleverbot, see what happened with that.
Well, at least this
Well, like,
game's
here's the problem: if you get a functioning AI, would you raise an actual baby on the internet? No. You gotta. The AI.
Before
should
we
only
kind of
be
go
expo-
on that
the
one, I
AI
just want
should
to say
be-
this game is pretty accurate in the fact that police are more dangerous to your health and life than actual criminals. So there's
Yeah,
that.
you're in Detroit.
Good job,
good.
Kyle. We already made a police
Again, I cannot
joke
paint
about
enough
real life
analogs to
states and
RoboCop.
cities with bad police reputations. You fuck.
Okay, there we go.
Everyone's
Edit in a
addicted
lot of
to
booing,
nuke.
Nick.
The only difference being that for whatever reason, all the criminals still have the ball and chain on their legs.
Yeah.
Just
Also-
because this game is
Kyle,
old.
Nick, here's the thing. What you got to do is every time Kyle speaks from this point forward in the video, edit in a lot of booing, vociferous booing and hissing, jeering, jeers, and leers.
You know
That's
what? We
what
were
I
talking
want.
about this not too long ago, but who was the first
have
motherfucker
a title.
at any sort of performance to, as a sign of disapproval, hiss? Because they say boo and hiss, and you see it in old like cartoons and shit when they're doing a just exemplarily terrible job. But who was the first guy who was like, I cannot tell you with human words how bad I hate what you're doing? How about this? Let me pick a particularly hateful animal and emulate it. And just stand there right in front, probably with
I don't know.
a big old handlebar mustache and just, you're doing a terrible job.
I can guess. I can venture a few guesses, Nick, though, because I've I've been in the position many times where I need to convey hatred and I just don't have a perfect way of doing it. I'd guess the guy probably had a sore throat, or the original context was probably snake related in some way.
I mean, I only really hiss at somebody when bless me for sneezing.
As you're wont to do.
Yeah, that's here's a fun, if you want to call it a social experiment, just see how that works out with your coworkers, because it's pretty funny on my end.
Well, you're also in Tennessee, so that's like snake handler country. But speaking of social experiments, I'd say like
Fucking Christ.
I thought you were going to go with this is the sort of place where religious people exist
no,
in
the
harmony,
opposite.
but
In fact,
sure.
well, no, in a way, yeah. I mean, they exist in harmony in that, like, if there's enough discord, everything
Well, I'm pretty
just
sure,
seems
like,
relatively harmonious.
Tennessee, remember when we went there, like, we decided
Like,
that
if
it's
you're
basically
if
just
you're
hell,
under
like,
a
when
wave,
you're dead, you go
Kyle,
to
you're
Tennessee.
fine.
Snake handler territory works as well.
I mean, like, if you're swimming like 20 feet underwater and there's a tidal wave, you won't even notice. So that's kind of like what Tennessee is in that semiotic realm. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
Oh man, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot that like we're gonna hear later on when we actually edit this audio, because like Keith, you just cut out for like 2 seconds, like 2 minutes,
I caught all of that.
and then you just
well,
came.
nothing new.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I
I caught every
I just
power
caught-
of pure
horrible syllable.
hatred brought him pow. The power of malice has seen us through yet again. We have a special psychic link.
Yeah.
Mutual contempt. The contempt of Glottis acted up and
Contempt of
nursed him
Glottis.
to his destination. But no, it's like that. Whoever it is, not Nickelodeon. What, Microsoft? Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
yeah.
I don't know why I confused those two. But the I confuse Zen monks and Nazis for some reason too. It's really weird. I think I'm having a stroke. But anyway, fucking like if you want an AI to work, you're gonna have to spend at least 12 years raising it without access to Twitter and YouTube. Those are like the exact things to raise a well-adjusted adult. You'd need to do at least that to an AI because it learns 800,000 times faster. So you'd probably have to spend like 25 years just raising it out and like raised on nothing.
Fucking psychopath.
Well, no, raise it on nothing but Calvin and Hobbes comics and like Nature Walks
guarantee it
and
will be
Mr.
psychopath.
Rogers reruns. You know what I mean? Like you gotta graduate it gradually. You can't just throw that shit in the deep end of Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like you're either gonna end up with a Henry Darger situation or a Twitter person. And honestly, Henry Darger is the preferable of the two options.
Yes. Yeah, a well-read individual.
Shit.
Sure.
Yeah, you might get some AI literature at least instead of just 3,000 posts of Hitler did nothing wrong. You're gonna get
Yeah, at least
something.
there's that.
Fucking Christ.
Something of cultural import, you know?
I did watch a fun video. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to link it here because I want to. A video of an AI trying to emulate human speech, like starting with absolute zero. And it just tries to like start introducing guttural tones and like slowly but steadily starts to sound like maybe it's making words. And I will say it is absolutely fucking haunting. So combine
Oh, like those dinosaur sounds they replicated with computers.
yeah, beyond that, I mean it's like if you were to catch all of those audio recordings of whales, except if you knew for a fact they were having
Or like a
nightmare.
falling iceberg. Like the bloop.
Yes, slowed down, played in reverse through a fucking David Lynch lens.
As long as you're linking all the videos that are important to us right now, you might as well go ahead and include You Do Not Know the Way.
Oh yeah, he
No,
got it in there.
We are not including that because, as I said
We're linking
before,
it.
that is
Oh,
there are
fuck.
7,000 video. Wow.
I just got
No,
run
no,
over by
no.
a trash truck.
There are
Link
already
the original.
7,000 videos of it going around, and they are the icon by which, if you were to scan through all of the eons of human history, that is how you determine and
The point where
succinctly
culture died.
delete
Yeah.
the era that we are in now.
No. You said it better when I linked that picture of like that Logan kid from Twitter, like the suicide video kid, drawn as an anime girl being surrounded by those things going, You do not know the way. Like he said, yes, the culture summarized perfectly in one image, and Exhibit A in the fact that culture should be left to die.
Yes. Like I
Yeah.
said, if you were to have a digital library through which you could scan all of our cultural detritus, that is the thumbnail by which you determine this particular era in human existence.
You think so? I think it would
and
be.
it should be
run its
summarily
course.
dragged into the trash.
I think it
I
would
hope
be
it-
Shrek for some reason.
Well, that too, but like no, yeah, like the image of like Nero playing the violin while Rome burns. Yeah, it'll be that Logan kid surrounded by Ugandan knuckles. That'll be the end of the American
Saying
culture.
you do not know the way.
You do not know that.
Kyle, what the hell is going on with this game? Did you lose yet or what?
I'm
He's
about
further
close
than he's
to.
ever been.
Oh Jesus! And then I died.
What an appropriate moment. Well,
Yeah.
on that note, the culture is ending, and so too must this episode.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which is the greatest tragedy, so give us a thumbs down, unsubscribe, pretend you never saw this shit, get out of here while you still can, live your life, please, for the God's sake. Until next time, on Mom, can I have another 100 cents?